Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt186 Gaming. Welcome to my first quick look. Let's take a quick look at the Gamdias Hermes Lite combo. Comes with the Erebos 2 mouse, the Lite edition, and the keyboard itself, Hermes keyboard Lite edition. So it's pretty cool. Let's take a look at it. So let's go over all the really fun stuff real quick. It's the Gamdias certified mechanical switches. They're really red TTC switches. I'll go over that later in a little bit. Dimensions 440 by 170 by 37 millimeters at a weight of 1.14 kilograms. The Hermes, Jesus. It's the Gamdias Hermes Lite keyboard. And it's probably one of the coolest little keyboards you can get in a bundled deal for such a low price too if you're looking to get a mechanical keyboard and jump into that realm. 6-key anti-ghosting, which most mechanical keyboards fully cover any of that anyways. 104-key keyboard with really nice keycaps. The whole keyboard is very durable structure and just feels nice, as I would expect nothing less from Gamdias as is. It's got some neat features, and here we are talking about the red TTC switch. It's very similar to a cherry red switch with actuation force. All that's about the same, and instead of having like a clickety bump, it's got more of a push down depression as soon as you make contact bump, and that's just one of the neat features about it. It does not have a braided cable. It doesn't have anything super fancy like that. Some of the differences we'll see with the Hermes Lite keyboard are your light functions. There's no real functionality with the lights, and the only real difference between this and the RGB flagship keyboard is at the top you have those differences that were just displayed, where you might hit scroll lock or num lock and it stays lit despite your luminosity settings. Anyways, you can do recording on the fly, which I found out showing you there that I actually needed to have Hera up and running to do that. It'll start flashing to indicate that it's now okay to start recording, and you can record your macro on the fly, which is really cool if you're somebody that's into that and needs that on the fly stuff. One of your 6 profiles you can save it to. You can also go into Hera itself and program macros in there as well. So once you've done that, you hit save and so on and so forth. Now you use the function 1 through 6 buttons in order to swap between your profiles. You play different games, you want to save on different profiles. That's really cool. Something you want to do even if you do editing or something. You can swap between profiles pretty seamlessly, pretty easily, and that's just a nice feature that it offers that I like a lot. Showing a recap again: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 here, and that's how you just swap through your profiles. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, pretty easy. Once again, recording on the fly macros. That's just something that's a nice feature to have on a keyboard, especially in this budget range. It's a really awesome feature to have, and I think that it's something great that they've left included that you can get even on such a broad range keyboard. Your luminosity settings are pretty much that: off, medium, bright, low, high, and then you can do the pulsing. It does come with a standard USB nickel-plated USB connector, unlike the other ones that have the gold-plated one. It also doesn't have that braided cable, which is kind of a rubbery cable, which there was somewhat of a problem with the ties that they used on them. They kind of chewed at the cable a little bit in the packing. Bottom of the keyboard's pretty standard, nothing fancy there. It's got a little bit of cable management in the back. Now let me let you hear the difference between the Kale Blue switches and the TTC red switches. I'll be quiet now. The Erebos mouse is probably one of the coolest little mice you can get for this mechanical combo. It's not as fancy as its bigger brother, the 7500. It's the 7302 model, and it comes with a nice scroll wheel. I've always loved the way that they do their scroll wheels. It's really nice. 2 Teflon feet, one at the top, one at the bottom, and the Gamdias cutout where you would be able to put grams weight if you needed to, but you can't on this one. No braided cable again, a little bit sad, but it does feature Omron switches with 10 million click life cycle. On top of that, it's the ADNS 3050 sensor. It's an Avago sensor. It's an entry to gaming level sensor. The mouse is just a very comfortable mouse at 90 grams. Now I know when they weighed it, they said 95 grams, at least on the specifications I read, but both my digital scales weighted in at 90 grams. It fits your hand very well. It's just really comfortable. I have a pretty big hand, so I can rest my hand pretty comfortably with the back of it in the palm. It has a nice raise to it, or it rise to it if you will. It just feels good. So even if you bear grip like this, you should still find it to be pretty comfortable. I love the way that this mouse feels. It does also come with a USB nickel-plated connector instead of the old gold-plated we've seen. Once again, no braided cable with this one. As always, guys, thank you for checking it out, and I will see you in the next videos that I do. Have a good day, night, whatever it is. Have you started recording? I need a second, just keep it going.